Dave Gardy here live at Golf Center TV with the Eastern Regional Vice President for Nicklaus, Mr. Ty Grove. Ty, thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Nicklaus has attracted a lot of attention lately. Tell us why.
Well, I think the fact that Jack is himself, when you think of him as a perfectionist, as just a class, innovative type of person, and he's reflecting that in our company. And we are a growing force in the industry. We've kind of flown under the radar because our marketing has not been to the level of some of the other companies, but the product line performs as well or better than anything on the market.
And some of that vision has gone into the clubs, too.
There's absolutely no question. The driver category for us has been very, very hot the last few years, and it's because of the addition also of a brand new engineer. His name is Clay Long, and he's done a fantastic job in the driver department.
Didn't he do something with a putter a few years back?
He did, and he actually has his own putter line that he's been developing, and he's developed an innovative putter for us that we'll get into in a few minutes.
Okay, well, let's take a look at some of these clubs. First, the driver. 460cc, huh?
460cc. I mean, I think that's kind of, the USGA has said, hey, this is where we're going. 460 is the number. Certainly, when you get into a big head like that, the real key here is the stability, the moment of inertia, which is the resistance to twisting at the impact position. And because the center of gravity in the head is much lower and deeper, therefore the impact position, the head is more stable. It's like holding a pane of glass and you're trying to twist it. Right. If I'm real close to it, you can move me easily. But if I move back and away from that pane of glass, now you can't twist me. And that's what happens with at the impact position. In addition, in our driver, we have done what's called a multi-layer technology. So the construction is a forged beta titanium, which is what the majority of the golf clubs, the top-notch drivers, are. We have a multi-layer technology that is a second face behind this face in an elliptical fashion that will leverage that face and give you a higher COR, trampoline effect, on slightly off-center hits.
Coefficient of restitution.
Coefficient of restitution, which actually is now evolving into CT, which is characteristic time. That is actually the new measurement standard by the USGA. COR is actually gone. It's now but it's the same, but they've just found a quicker way, a more efficient way to test it.
And they can actually time the ball hitting in and how fast it comes off that?
Correct. And they have a new number now that equates to .830 was the previous number, and they have a number now that equates to that in the CT category.
And what does that extra layer behind do?
Well, look at it as a trampoline. When you jump on a trampoline, where does it flex the most? In the center of the trampoline. Now take an elliptical 2x4 and set it on the center of the trampoline. Jump on the center of the 2x4. Now where does it flex the most? It will flex around the perimeter of the 2x4. So we're leveraging the face for a higher COR zone.
Also get a bigger sweet spot.
That's it, exactly. That's in a nutshell, bigger sweet spot.
Great.
And in addition to that, it produces less side spin on a slightly off-center hit. One of the other big keys to that high moment of inertia is the fact that side spin is reduced substantially along with the ball technology, and that's why these guys on tour are just bombing the driver so long and straight, because there's very little side spin.
Very interesting. Is that's out in the market now, right?
It is. It's available really just last week, and I think that we're going to be in all the club testing. I've tested the driver myself, and I'm the toughest critic of the company. And I picked up 5 miles an hour in ball speed, and that's just unheard of. And that's a very bold statement to make. But with these new launch monitors, I'm extremely impressed with the driver. I have played it outdoors one time, and just fabulous.
Sounds good.
In addition, one last feature on the driver. We've always used a cryogenic beta titanium face. We've gotten away from the cryogenics because the beta titanium heat treating process is so good now that it's just extremely hard material, very thin. And the one final feature is the center of gravity in this driver is matched up and perfectly aligned in a linear fashion. It's an engineering function with the hot spot on the driver. There's a lot of drivers that's not the case. The center of gravity may be lower than the hot spot or maybe towards the heel or toe of the hot spot. So we're getting the maximum transfer of energy that you can get in a driver. And I think that's where we call it dual point technology. So that's the Nicklaus 460 DPT, dual point technology.
Okay, tell us a little about the fairway woods.
Fairway woods incorporate the same feature. Dual point technology, along with a 35-gram tungsten weight that is positioned perfectly in the bottom of the golf club for optimum launch angle with each wood, depending on whether 3 wood, 5 wood, 7 wood, etc. Very square sitting fairway wood, gorgeous finish. Kind of turns 3 different colors when you look at it. It can be black, can be blue, and almost purple at times. And we also make all these available in the offset category as well, which is extremely popular for people who tend to slice the golf ball, which is a pretty large percentage of players.
Nice looking club. Yeah, I'm in that club too, by the way.
And then, of course, as we get into the hybrid technology, we have an iron set that you can mix and match hybrids with, and we're seeing a trend to where it used to be a long iron phase or trend. Now we're getting into the short iron side of it. We make all the way to a 6-iron right now in the hybrid clubs.
All the way to a 6-iron in the hybrids. Okay.
6-iron.
How are they selling?
Extremely well. They're priced well. It's basically the same as an iron. So if you see hybrids out there that are $200. I mean, that's the price of a wood. I mean, we're producing this to sell as an iron in replacement for your long irons predominantly. But ladies, seniors, high handicappers find them so easy to hit, it's a natural progression to go into the mid-irons as well.
I'll take 2.
Very good.
Irons. Talk about that.
Well, the big innovation that we have in irons this year, and this is something that Clay Long, our engineer, has been working on, and he was extremely excited about it in our sales meetings. There's a company called Carpenter. The name of the company is Carpenter, and they produce, I guess you would say they are experts in metallurgy. And they did the marriaging process for Orlamar years ago when they're fairway woods. It was a heat treating process that hardened the material. They do stuff for Boeing and McDonnell Douglas and other big companies. And they've now perfected a way to make a stainless steel alloy that you can make like a beta titanium driver face. So they've actually produced this steel material that is heat treated to very high levels, rolled into sheets, and then they stamp the face out of those sheets and weld it to the body, just like a driver. That's what they do with beta titanium drivers. So we are bringing COR, or as I said, CT, to irons. We are getting face flex and trampoline effect in an iron now.
That's amazing. So that's just like a trampoline, just like a driver would. And
again, this is a free suspension face that is as thin as a 460 titanium driver that is plasma welded to the body. So you get a different sound, you get a higher ball trajectory, and a club longer. Okay. Very, very unique. We're also using the Cadillac of the True Temper line. This will be their new Dynalite Gold Superlight, which is kind of their answer to the Nippon steel, which has been so popular. It's under 100 grams, which is getting into graphite weights in an iron shaft. So very good for the masses.
A lot of people don't talk about shafts when they talk about irons. It's good that you guys have figured all that out. Now, the putter. This is attracting a lot of attention because it's just so huge. Give us an overview of the psychology behind that.
Well, the USGA just changed the rules in the putter category. And the rule states, or it did state, I should say, that a putter could not be deeper than the total width of the face. The new rule states that it cannot be deeper than the total width of the putter. So you can see that we've disguised, here's the width of the face, here's the total width of the putter. So we now have weight on the perimeter, heel-toe, as well as back from the face. So it's much more stable. And then a brass ring that goes around behind it that adds even more weight to the back of the putter. A solid one-piece body that's actually very light and designed at 3 degrees to get the ball rolling faster. It has the highest moment of inertia that you can have, the most stable head and face balance of any putter you can currently build in the marketplace.
And again, that's because now you can move it this full distance, which reflects this distance versus just this distance. So this long moment of inertia means it's almost impossible to twist.
It's almost impossible to twist. If you line this baby up right, it's hard to miss inside of 10 feet. It kind of strokes itself.
Oh, I can do that.
And then I think a real nice, good-looking grip as well. And I think this is going to be a trial situation. This putter is going to retail for about $199, and you're getting into the Scotty Cameron price points, which has been popular from the craftsmanship standpoint. But this is built to perform, and I think that if somebody takes this putter out and tries it, or tries it on the putting green here at Washington Golf Center, they're going to buy it.
And this is on the market now too.
This will not hit the marketplace until the middle of January.
Middle of January.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll take this with me. Thank you very much. We'll never see it again.
Pleasure.
Ty, thank you very much for joining us today. Overview of some of the specifics of the club line at Nicklaus. Dave Gardy here live for Golf Center TV with Ty Grove, who's Eastern Regional Manager.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it.
From Golf Center TV at the Washington Golf Center in Arlington, Virginia, I'm Dave Gardy. We'll be back.